Okay, we're on Maasrot Perek Bet, Mishnah Vav. In our last Mishnah, we learned that mekach, that purchasing, was tovel. It was kovea for maaser. So now our Mishnah is going to be a continuation of that halacha and expand upon it about when is it kovea for maaser when I buy something, and how can I buy it in a way that's not. So the rule we're going to learn is that if something is mechubar lekarka, if I buy something when it's still connected to the ground, then it's not kovea l'maaser. But if I buy it after it's picked, then it is kovea l'maaser. So therefore, the Mishnah says the following: Ha'omer l'chaveiro, a person says to his friend, Heilach isar ze be'eser te'inim sha'avor li. Take this isar. He says that, like, you have a fig tree, and I say, here's an isar, and I'm going to for the 10 te'inim that I'm going to pick. So in that case, as soon as I pick it, I bought it. I didn't buy it while it's on the tree, because I didn't designate which one I wanted. So therefore, since I say I'm going to pick 10, when I pick it, that's when I bought it. Okay, so therefore the Mishnah says, Borer ve'ochel. Borer, he can pick one by one te'ina, and he can eat it. But if I picked more than one, then it's chayav in ma'aser. It says about Tanura, Borer ve'ochel, tolesh achad ve'ochel. You pick one by one. Aval im talash v'tzeref shtayim, but if I pick two, then I'm chayav. Similarly, be'eshkol shavurli, I'm picking grapes, so whatever cluster of grapes, megarger ve'ochel. If I want to eat arai, I can only pick one grape one by one. Similarly, the same thing, berimon shavurli, I'm buying, up here's a 10 shekel, 2 shekel, whatever it is, for the rimon, for the pomegranate that I'm going to pick. Similarly, when I pick it, then I bought it. Therefore, poret ve'ochel. If I want to eat achilat arai without taking off trumot and maasrot, I have to pick. Poret means, he says, rimon mechubar poret gargar. I have to pick out the pomegranate seeds one by one. If I pick the whole pomegranate, then I picked a bunch of fruit together, and that's kovea l'maasrot. But avatir shavorli, a watermelon, or their case a melon that I'm going to pick, sofet ve'ochel. I have to pick it off. Kalomar bartunah chatichot dakot ve'ochel. I pick off each piece by piece, and eat it. If I don't want to take off trumot and maasrot, let's say we're out in the field and I see the farmer and I say I'm going to pick one. Here's $1, or whatever, $10. If I don't want to take off trumot and maasrot, then I have to cut it up while it's still connected to the ground. Because once I pick it, I bought it, and once I bought it, that's a significant amount of watermelon. Aval, but in the second half of the Mishnah, im amarlo, if he says, be'esim te'inim elu, here's 10 shekel, I want these 20 that are still connected to the tree. Shnei eshkolot elu, or I want these 2 clusters of grapes. Shnei rimonim elu, I want these 2 pomegranates. Shnei avatichim elu, I want these 2 watermelons. In this case, the purchase takes effect while the fruits are still connected to the ground. Therefore, ochel kedarko upatur. I can eat in a normal way. I don't have to cut up my watermelon while it's still connected to the ground. I don't have to pick each grape one by one. Why? The Mishnah says explicitly, I bought it when it's mechubar lekarka. And since I bought it when it's mechubar lekarka, when it's connected to the ground, when it's still attached, I bought those 2 clusters of grapes. They're mine. It's like I'm the farmer. The farmer can eat achilat arai. He doesn't have to pick one by one. It's not like when I pick them, now I'm buying them. I'm now picking them as the owner after having already bought them. And because of that, we don't employ the rule that mekach is kovea for trumot and maasrot, and I can eat it achilat arai, I can eat it temporarily without having to pick them one by one. We'll stop here. We'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman, and as always, if you have any questions, contact me at arspoter@gmail.com. Have a great day.